Sì, sì.
Sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to all of you and welcome to this very special Highland Centenary musical concert as we celebrate 100 years of Girls High School Mount Lavinia. Yes. 100 years of tradition, 100 years of memories, and 100 years of excellence. Now, ladies and gentlemen, tonight is a very special evening and you're in for such a treat. And as you can see, we have our choristers on stage. Let's give them a round of applause as well, ladies and gentlemen. Encourage them from the very beginning. Now, these choristers, these performances will be done not by professional singers, not by professional artists, but these are former pupils of Girls High School, but they have trained long and hard. They have perfected their art, and you will see them singing, dancing, and playing instruments to entertain all of you in celebration of 100 years. Now, special mention needs to be made of the person who actually came in specially to choreograph all of these performances that you will see in a few minutes here. And that is, of course, Michelle Mortier of Antonio's Dance Circus. She has helped out a lot, so I think she also deserves a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Right. I like this audience. You guys are all liven up. That's great. Now, as part of any show of this magnitude, we need our sponsors. And of course, for this event, we appreciate the great help of our sponsors, especially our main sponsors, the Colonne Group, and we have the Colonne Sisters, Preeti, Malini, Geeta, Padmini, and Ramani Colonne. And out of all these sisters, yes, go ahead. Yes, let's do this. A round of applause for the Colonne Group. Yes. I like you guys already. Ready to clap at the moment's notice. I love it. So out of these Colonne sisters, we have with us today Mrs. Preeti Colonne and Mrs. Malini Colonne, all the way from the United Kingdom to represent their group. And not only that, we have our electronic media sponsors, TV Dharana, FM Dharana, Other Dharana 24, along with our print media sponsors, The Sunday Morning, Sati Aga Aruna, and Dharani. And so, ladies and gentlemen, let's get things started. And as it is our tradition here in this little island that we call home, let us begin with the lighting of the traditional oil lamp. And to do that, I'd like to cordially welcome these following dignitaries and special guests, starting with Dr. Maya Abe-Ukrama, who is our chief guest, along with Mrs. Ramola Sivasundaram, our guest of honor, Mrs. Ushita Samarakon, the principal of Girls High School Mount Lavinia, Mrs. Rajita Vitanage, the Professor Nadira Karunavira, Ms. Pushpa Ramyani Soisa, Mrs. Ruanti Samila, the Secretary of the All Girls Association, and of course, the guiding light, the force, and the source of strength of all of this that you will see today, ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Priyani Fernando. Yes, she certainly does deserve a big round of applause. Along with her, we invite Mrs. Preeti Colonne, who will represent our main sponsor. I'm sorry, I'm also excited today. We have Mr. Nilhan Ekanayaka. And of course, I'd like to invite the following members of the working committee, Mrs. Moira Buljans, Mrs. Nisha Gafar, Mrs. Shrima Vadasingha, the eldest of the Vadasingha sisters, I've been told, Mrs. Dinali Midenia, and Mrs. Dilshani Samarsenan, along with Ms. Ashika Karunatinaka. I'd like to invite these ladies and gentlemen to come forward to light the traditional oil lamp. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us for this, the lighting of the traditional oil lamp. And now, ladies and gentlemen, before we start singing any song, there is one song that we must all sing together in praise of our country. And so now I'd like to ask you to please rise and sing the glory of our motherland. Thank you very much. You may now take your seats, ladies and gentlemen. So, we now first have a very special song. Now, this song has a bit of a history. It's actually composed by the former music teacher, and I said who this was. She is the beacon of light that has guided this entire show. She is the source of strength when it comes to almost everything musical in Girls High School, Mount Lavinia. So this was composed by Mrs. Priyani Fernando. It was a gift from her to the students of the school on her retirement, and from the students to the school itself. And as the years have gone by, this has now become a tribute song. And that song will now be sung by the choristers. And of course, at the piano will be Japamali Ranasinghe. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the tribute song.
Smart and neat and bold.
What an amazing song. What an amazing tribute to Girls High School, Mount Lavinia. 100 years surely is a show of how excellent the school really is, and maybe you are really the best in the land. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are here to celebrate 100 years, the centenary of Girls High School, Mount Lavinia, all the way back in 1924 to today. And for that, a 100-year celebration would not be complete if there wasn't a 100-year birthday cake. Not a 100-year birthday cake, it's not that old. It's a birthday cake to celebrate 100 years of the school. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to invite to the stage the principal of Girls High School, Mount Lavinia, Mrs. Rajita Vithanage, to cut the cake and, of course, invite all of you to join in as we sing Happy Birthday to Girls High School. Happy birthday indeed. Thank you very much, ma'am, for joining us on stage. As to what will happen for the cake, don't worry. You will also have a chance to taste it, but not right now. During the interval, it will be served at the interval. So don't worry, we will not steal it away from you. Right, so ladies and gentlemen, before we move on, I would be remiss if we didn't introduce our special guests, our distinguished guests, starting with our chief guest. Today our chief guest is Dr. Maya Abevikrama, who is a consultant of Western music for the whole island, and the only PhD holder for Western music in Sri Lanka, and the first Asian recipient of an honorary fellowship from Trinity College of Music, London. I think that deserves a round of applause, folks. Yes, my goodness. What an achievement. She is also the founder of the National Youth Orchestra. My brother was also part of that, sidebar, which paved the way for the school orchestras to be so popular today. She also has a Bachelor of Law and is an attorney at law. Then, of course, we have our guest of honor today, Mrs. Ramola Sivasundaram, who is presently the chairperson of the Polytechnic Private Limited. She is also a consultant for Trinity College, London, Sri Lanka, which is a leading international examinations board in the performing arts and English language, which was founded all the way back in 1872. And has been continuously assessing candidates in 65 countries, including Sri Lanka. Now, a few years ago, Trinity College London honored her for outstanding services to Trinity College and awarded her an honorary fellowship. She is an associate of the Institute of Chartered Secretaries and Administrators, UK, and a fellow of the Institute of Management, Sri Lanka. She has been an active member of Alma Mater, right here, Bishop's College, Colombo, having been the president of the Past Pupils Association and a member of the Board of Governors. Now, taking over from her is her daughter, Mrs. Renu Samarasinghe, who is also with us today. Let's give them a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. We are also privileged today to have with us the Director of Western Music, Ministry of Education, Mrs. Ushita Samarakon. Now, we would have loved to have with us two great former principals, Mrs. G.Y.K. Fernando and Mrs. S. Disanayaka. However, we regret to inform you that they are not exactly feeling in the best of health, and so they are not able to be with us today. We also welcome one of our former principals, one of Girls High School's former principal, Mrs. Gayani Princely, and also the present principal, Mrs. Rajita Vithanage. Round of applause, yes, folks. Right, now, all of that welcoming was done by me on behalf of the choir, but they didn't want to stop there. They wanted to welcome you all by themselves, not just the special dignitaries, but all members of the audience, all of you distinguished ladies and gentlemen who are here for this very special musical concert. And so, the choir is now ready to perform a welcome song, and at the piano will be Rishani Samarasena. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give them a round of applause. Now the choir has sung for you. It is now time for you to sing with them. Don't worry, we won't get you to sing alone. So, this, ladies and gentlemen, is a song I'm sure all of you will realize. All of you know. If you know the words, please, we welcome you to join in. I suppose the lyrics will also be appearing on the screen behind the choir. So we'd like to invite you, all of you, the audience, to join in the song, All of Your Troubles Will Vanish Like Bubbles. When you sing, smile, and laugh. What's interesting when that happened was as soon as they said, all of your troubles will vanish like bubbles, bubbles appeared. And they vanished afterwards. But it was a nice touch. So that was the choir, ladies and gentlemen, and more of this to come. They have wonderful music in store for all of you, especially nostalgic classic songs, especially musicals that you know and love. And they'll be back. But first, I need to call upon someone very special to the podium to talk about a few things, and that is, as the choir and everyone who's involved in this organizing of this musical, affectionately called the captain of the ship, and that is Mrs. Moira Buljans. Let's give her a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening, everyone. I would like to give a brief introduction of the purpose of the concert and the history. The Highland Century Musical Concert was initiated, nurtured, and encouraged by the former teacher of Western music, who retired after serving Girls' High School Mount Lavinia for 33 years. She gathered and united a choir of former students to produce this concert as a gift to the school on its 100th birthday. In addition to celebrating its centenary by staging this concert, she was deeply concerned about continuing the legacy of Western music she left behind when she retired. She inspired and encouraged us, all former students of Girls' High School, to come on board with her to produce a musical concert with the excerpts from the musicals. Most of us embraced her idea enthusiastically due to both gratitude and loyalty towards our alma mater, as well as to the wonderful teacher we were all privileged to have as schoolgirls. To further support the centenary celebrations, it was suggested donating a piano and other musical instruments and re-establishing a music room in the school. This has now been made possible by the overwhelming support from sponsors and alumni from home and across the world. Now we, the alumni of Girls' High School, shall stand by, watch, cheer the present girls as well as those yet to come, enjoying, benefiting, and thriving from an exposure to Western music the same way that many children all over the world do. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Next lined up in the program, please welcome Shamari Vada singer Fernando to sing Hills Are Alive from the musical Sound of Music.
Music, with songs they have sung for 1,000 years. The hills fill my heart with the sound of music. My heart wants to sing every song it hears. To beat like the wings of the birds that rise from the lake to the trees. My heart wants to sigh like a chime that flies from a church on a breeze, to laugh like a brook when it trips and falls over stones on its way, to sing through the night like a lark who is learning to pray. I go to the hills when my heart is lonely. I know I will hear what I heard before. My heart will be blessed
Ladies and gentlemen, what a beautiful rendition. And bringing us memories from our childhood, especially for me, but a classic song to sing from a very classic musical. And now, ladies and gentlemen, since we are celebrating the 100 years of Girls High School Mount Lavinia, it is necessary to mention throughout all those 100 years, at present, we've had some amazing students who have gone on to do big things and become big people and do great things and establish themselves as great personalities in this society. And it is now, I think, it is time for us to recognize who some of these past pupils are, who former students are. So we have with us today some of these VIP former students, starting off with Professor Nadira Karunavira. She is the head and chairperson of Community Medicine, Medical College of Colombo, and she is among the 2% of world scientists. I think that deserves a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, this next person, I'm sure you already know, Ms. Pushpa Ramyani Soisa, who's the Chief Nursing Training Officer and National Coordinator for Training at Colombo National Hospital. She's the winner of 2 international awards as the most powerful and influential woman in the world from the British Parliament and the United Kingdom, and an Icon Award from London Chamber of Commerce. Yes. Then we have Dr. Nishad Dayarana-Singh, hematologist of Colombo South Hospital and Hemas Hospital, and a fellow of the Royal College of Physicians. Let's give a round of applause. Next we have Dr. Soumya Paranavithana, who is the resident eye surgeon of Golden Key Hospital, Colombo. Yes. We also have with us Mrs. Nadisha Vijay Singh, who's actually the daughter of Mrs. Padma Dialves, who was a teacher at Girls High School 20 years ago, for 20 years rather. She's a chief people officer at Richardson, a chief people officer at Heller Apparel, and was the marketing manager, head of customer marketing, and a global HR business partner for Unilever. Yes, it doesn't stop there though. Nadisha is a Fulbright scholar and holds double master's degrees and has a first-class honors degree from the University of Muratour, having topped the batch every year. My goodness. She is a meditation practitioner and a teacher, and also the vice principal of Dhamma School during the weekend. An overall personality. We also have with us Dr. Pavitra Arevatta, the medical officer at the Ministry of Health, Sri Lanka. We also have Dr. Chamila Jayasekara, who's the medical officer of the District Directorate of Health Services, Matara. And we have Air Commodore Sureka Dias, who's an attorney at law, commissioner for oaths, company secretary, and the director legal for the Sri Lanka Air Force. And of course, finally, we have Brigadier Damita Pereira, who's the director internal audit of the Sri Lanka Army. All of these past pupils of Girls High School Mount Lavinia have proven that Girls High School is indeed one of the best in the country. Like a tribute song. Yes. And we hope that we will see future VIP students like this, former students like this in the future as well. And now let's get back to the music. You heard one song from Sound of Music, and they're coming at you with another one. This is a very lovely song that never grows old and will strike a tune in all of you and pull at the heartstrings as well a little bit. This is the very famous song, Edelweiss, from the musical Sound of Music, presented by the choir, accompanied by Prasadika Fernando on the electronic keyboard. A round of applause for our choristers, ladies and gentlemen.
Edelweiss, Edelweiss,
Another wonderful song from the musical The Sound of Music. Once again, pulling at our memories and our heartstrings, striking a chord with all of us. That was the word I was looking for before. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a break from the singing, and we're going to go to the instruments. Of course, some of the instruments here will be played by these former students who will be presenting, or rather performing for all of you. Now, this is a piano duet called Let the Hills Resound. I'm sorry, this is a piano duet. Let the Hills Resound, played by these two sisters, Rushani and Dilshani Samarasena. Let's give them a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, as they take the piano. There you go, ladies and gentlemen, the Samarasena sisters performing side by side on the same piano. And now we're going to go for a double header this time. First, you will hear Moira Bulgens performing once again to you, singing a song called Wait a Little Longer, which incidentally she sang on entering the school when she was only 5 years old. So she's bringing back her memories of doing this at the very first time when she was just a little kitty. And that will be followed by yet another wonderful song from the musical Sound of Music and the movie as well. That is My Favorite Thing. And for this, a few members of the choir will also be joining her. So first, ladies and gentlemen, let's give another big round of applause for Moira Bulgens.
Hi, good evening, everyone. On entering the school at the age of 5 years, the music teacher was preparing the students for a radio program. She taught me this song which I am singing you today at her request. The title of the song is Wait a Little Longer. Oh, I've gone
likes my looks. I'll tell you a secret. He wants to marry me, but mommy says that I'm too little to have such thoughts as this. So wait a little longer till I'm a little bit older. I'll hug you and kiss you too. I'll be a little bit older. I'll hug you and kiss you too. I'll be a little bit older. He says that he loves me just like cherry pie. He unties my ribbon and then he winks his eye. One day the teacher shouted, I saw you winking, Jim. She never learned that when she turned, I winked right back at him. So wait a little longer till I'm a little bit older. I'll hug you and kiss you too. I'll be a little bit older. I'll hug you and kiss you too. I'll be a little bit older.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to invite our chief guest to the podium, Dr. Maya Abeyvikama, as she will address the gathering. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause for our chief guest, Dr. Maya Abeyvikama.
Good evening, everybody, and all the best for 2024. It is really a pleasure to see so many people interested in music. There was a time there was hardly anybody in these halls. Now, I think gradually it's picking up and so nice. And when you know who is behind the concert, who is training them and giving them instructions and all that, and that particular person, if that person belongs to a family of musicians, it makes even more interested and people like to come. So my friend Priyani, my Kalyani Mitra, and I, we joined government service on the same day in 1968, September 15th. She went to school in Nugegoda, and I went to Kurunegala because my father was working in Kurunegala. So it went on, but somehow or other, I started working with her brother before I started working with her. So Sarath was a great asset to me, and I learned quite a lot. And later, that was from about 74, I was working with him, and it was somewhere in 89, I started working with Priyani. So then Priyani and I, we were almost like, we are like sisters, actually. So it went on like that. And still, we are working, and at this age also, I think in two months' time, I'll be 80. And it's about... So I'm threatening to give up everything and take a different turn. But anyway, I don't think, I said that somewhere when I was 75 also, but I doubt whether I will give up the music side of it. Anyway, I'm launching my last book, my 5th book, keeping with the PhD research, that is Breaking Through Socio-Cultural Barriers in Popularizing Western Music Across Sri Lanka. When I was doing that, Priyani and Ranji is also here, Ranji Abenayaka, we went right around the country looking out for talent and how to, we decided how to give up, how to break the barriers. And we had to first find out what the barriers are and then work against it. And Priyani was a great asset to me, and she guided me quite a lot. And in March, I'm going to put out my final book. And I don't know whether Priyani and I will continue to work. And then I'd like to say a few words about teachers. A teacher generally stays about 10 years, the maximum, and they are transferred. Not even if they don't want to go, they are forced to go. Anyway, these teachers, a good teacher must go and work in many schools. So that, and that word of being good, I mean, they have very good ideas. They can pass those ideas to other schools. So Priyani, staying in 31 years, sometimes a teacher can't stay more than 3 years. They get into trouble, they fight with others and all. So you can just imagine how lovable, what a lovable teacher she would have been to stay there for 31 years. And still, people want her to go on. So Priyani, I don't know how to praise you because you have been really and one thing I would like to say, now so many students I met during these last few days in connection with her program, and I feel that now they are all interested in building up this Western music section for this school, girls' high school. So I feel that this new wing of Western music room or building or whatever it is, be named after Priyani Fernando. And at the same time, I like to say Priyani has a habit of getting backward when she has to go forward. So we have to push her through. So I'm trying to push her through. If the suggestion comes, don't go backward. Take it up. And then that will be an eye-opener for other teachers to show their talent, and they also will be recognized by these their old girls and all that. So this is one way of, I think, spreading this idea of music. And I won't be surprised if Priyani works out, because she belongs to a family of great musicians. So I won't be surprised if she decides to have another concert with all her family members. They're all over. So there's nothing to train them. One or two practices will be good enough. I'm sure, Priyani, you can have another concert with all your family members. In one family, all 5 members are playing for the symphony orchestra. Another is, there are like that, so many family members. So think of that also. So Priyani, thank you so much for being a good friend to me, and especially helping me with all my hard work in the music field. And she told me, don't talk too much, talk only a little. So I take this chance to wind up my speech. Thank you for listening. I can't see the... Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Maya Abe Vikrama. Let's give her another round of applause. Now, ladies and gentlemen, when you talk about any institution reaching 100 years, it's a big milestone, and that's why we're having this milestone celebration. But in that journey of 100 years, there are always great personalities, great individuals who have done so much, gone above and beyond their call of duty to make things great, not just good, but go beyond and make things even greater, even better. And so we have Girls High School Mount Lavinia also has these sort of people who have done nothing but contribute to the betterment of the school and to help Girls High School Mount Lavinia reach the great heights it has today and become one of the well-known names in the Colombo schools area in the country as well. So I'd now like to invite to the podium Yasmin Manjula Gurusingha to remind you of all of these people, all of these personalities who have given so much to this school, to have reached 100 years of excellence, 100 years of tradition. So I'd like to invite her to the podium, lest we forget these wonderful individuals.
As Girls High School Mount Lavinia celebrates its 100th birthday, let's not forget, but remember with gratitude the founder of the school, Mrs. Kanasi Ekanayaka, the first student of the school. We are privileged to have with us this evening her son, Mr. Nilhan Ekanayaka. The former principals, some of whom were Mrs. Podga, Mrs. Adihetti, Mrs. Erika Fernando, Mrs. N. Samarakon, and Mrs. W. Pires. Mrs. Nelly Gunasekara and all past teachers who have rendered a great service to the students and the school. No function was completed without the presence of the late Honorable Lalit Athunath Mudali. Let us remember him with much gratitude. Reverend Father Gamini Serasingha was a part and parcel of the school. Fond remembrances of Mr. Laili Godrich, the singing ambassador of Sri Lanka. Whenever and wherever the girls had to be taken for competitions, musical shows, or to listen to guest performance from overseas, Transport was always provided by late Mr. Reggie Fernando. He not only saw to the transport but followed the bus behind in his own vehicle. May their souls rest in peace. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Yasmin. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going for another doubleheader, a back-to-back song, back-to-back songs. Now, this is from a musical called The Singing Nun. And the two songs will be Far Beyond the Stars and Dominique. And these will be sung by Nishaya Fernando, and accompanying them, who will be playing the guitar as well while she sings. And joining in harmony for these two songs will be Shrima, Moira, Yasmin, and Manilka. Now, I was told specifically not to say this too often, but I'm going to say this just once. And hopefully that person will not throw daggers at me. Joining them on piano will be none other than Mrs. Priyani Fernando as well. So let's give all of them a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
See the heavenly glow far away, beyond the stars, far away, beyond the stars. Time, edges of time, yet is my time so dear. The bells hasten to chime, warning the it's near, the road leads far away, and soon the days disappear, and I sing, hallelujah, unto him, hallelujah, far beyond the stars, my soul is longing to go. There beyond the sun, to a better place I know. Through the darkest night, I can see the heavenly glow far away, beyond the stars, far away, beyond the stars. Dominique, Nico, over the land he floats along and sings a little song. Never asking for reward, he just talks about the Lord. He just talks about the Lord. At the time when Johnny looked over in Limbo's the king, Dominique was in the fighting seemed like anything. Dominico, over the land he floats along and sings a little song. Never asking for reward, he just talks about the Lord. He just talks about the Lord. Now we'll hear a tick one day among the toads for Lord. He just talks about the Lord. Without horse or fancy wagon, he crossed Europe up and down. Poetry was his companion as he walked from town to town. Dominico, Nico, Nico, the lad he floats along and sings a little song. Never ask him for reward, he just talks about the Lord. He just talks about the Lord.
Thank you very much, ladies. That was actually quite lovely. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going into another, let's say this is a very special song. It's an interactive sort of song. Now, this song would be, the best way to describe it would be an argument. A disagreement between husband and wife. Not an argument, it's a disagreement. A conversation between the husband and wife. Now, I'm sure you all might get a hint of what this is, because this song was, well, I've heard the version from Harry Belafonte, and this was made famous by him, and there are many versions of this song. Now, this involves a couple called Henry and Liza, and it involves a little predicament with a little bucket. Anyone know what this is already? Yeah, hole in the bucket. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have Thamara De Silva and Roshini Jayavikram, who will be performing this, who will be coming here as Henry and Liza. Which one is Henry, which one is Liza, I don't know. I'll be finding out along with you. And we'll have Nishaya Fernando accompanying them on guitar, as well as we have Miss Priyani on the piano as well. Ladies and gentlemen, here is A Hole in the Bucket.
Henry, oh Henry, did you fetch the water?
There's a hole in the bucket, dear Liza, dear Liza. There's a hole in the bucket, dear Liza, there's a hole.
Fix it, dear Henry, dear Henry, dear Henry. Fix it, dear Henry, dear Henry. Fix it. But how shall I fix it, dear Liza, dear Liza? But how shall I fix it, dear Liza, with what? With a straw, dear Henry, dear Henry, dear Henry. With a straw, dear Henry, dear Henry. With a straw. But the straw is too long, dear Liza, dear Liza. The straw is too long, dear Liza, too long. Cut it, dear Henry, dear Henry, dear Henry. Cut it, dear Henry, dear Henry. Cut wet it. With what shall I cut it? Dear Liza, with what shall I cut it? Dear Liza, with what? With an axe, dear Henry, dear Henry, dear Henry, with an axe, dear Henry, dear Henry, with an axe. But the axe is too dull, dear Liza, the axe is too dull, dear Liza, too dull. Sharpen it, dear Henry, dear Henry, dear Henry. Sharpen it, dear Henry, dear Henry. Sharpen it. With what shall I sharpen it, dear Liza, dear Liza? With what shall I sharpen it, dear Liza? With what? On a stone, dear Henry, dear Henry, dear Henry. On a stone, dear Henry, dear Henry. On a stone. But the stone is too dry, dear Liza, dear Liza. The stone is too dry, dear Liza, too dry. Wet it, dear Henry, dear Henry, dear Henry. Wet it, dear Henry, dear Henry. Wet it. With what should I wet it, dear Liza, dear Liza? With what should I wet it, dear Liza? With what? Try water, dear Henry, dear Henry, dear Henry. Try water, dear Henry, dear Henry. Use water. But how shall I fetch it, dear Liza, dear Liza? But how shall I fetch it, dear Liza? With what? In a bucket, dear Henry, dear Henry, dear Henry. In a bucket, dear Henry, dear Henry. In a bucket. Yes. But there's a hole in the bucket, dear Liza, dear Liza. There's a hole in the bucket, dear Liza. There's a hole.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the classic hole in the bucket. Where the solution, you have a problem, you give you're given a solution, and there's another problem, and you go all the way around to the original problem once again. Kind of like how things happen in the nothing. Let's not go there. Right, ladies and gentlemen, now next we have another couple of songs from another amazing musical that has become a classic along the years. Now, when I say this phrase, tell me which musical this reminds you of. The Rhine and Speinsteins, mainly on the plain. My Fair Lady. My Fair Lady. You should know this. I'm sure you know this. Yes, it is from the My Fair Lady. And we have two songs that will be coming up. The first one is actually not a song, it will not be sung. It will actually be played on the piano. This is the Ascot Gavotte, and this is 6 hands on the piano. Before we heard 2 people playing the piano. Now you're going to hear 3 people playing the same piano, a trio. That's why 6 hands on the piano. With that, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome at the piano Japamali Rana Singer, Prasadika Fernando, and Rushani Samarasena playing the Ascot Gavotte. And ladies and gentlemen, that was... No, go ahead. Someone clapped at the very end there. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Japamali Rana Singer, Prasadika Fernando, and Rushani Samarasena at the piano. Now, if anyone is wondering which part of the movie that was from, if you remember where Eliza finally gets her act together and goes in to watch the horse races, everybody's all prim and proper with the hats. That's that scene. Right, we're going into another song from My Fair Lady. And before I say what this is, let's bring out the people who will sing it. First, we have Manilka Piris, who will be performing as Eliza Doolio. And then we have, backing her up, Yasmin, Dilshani, Nisha, Amali, Arosha, Subhashini, Krishani, Hasini, Chami, and Sharmila, along with Rushani Samarasena at the piano. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big round of applause for this wonderful song, Lovely.
Someone said, rest your hiding, go and take the refuge and be. Who takes good care of me, oh, this big family. All I want is a room somewhere far away from the cold night air, with one enormous chair. Oh, it will be lovely. Lots of chocolates for me to eat, lots of corn making lots of feet, more face, more hands, more feet. Oh, it will be lovely. Oh, so lovely city, that's a blooming please. I would never budge till spring, right underneath the sea. Someone's face resting on my knee, old and tender as he can be. Who takes good care of me, oh, wouldn't it be lovely, 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 lovely?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was the end of the first half of this musical concert. And now we're going to take a quick interval, but we're only taking a 10-minute interval. So please be back in your seats by 8 o'clock. There can be snacks bought outside. And wouldn't it be lovely? The cake is also there too, so don't forget that. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a break. Please be back by 8 o'clock in 10 minutes. Thank you very much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I hope you had a chance to get the cake, and I hope your spirits were lifted after eating said cake and any other refreshment that you were able to get. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's start with our second half. Now, to raise your spirits up even more, let's welcome on stage Japamali Ranasinghe, who was playing the piano before. Now she's going to sing and show her singing prowess as well, along with Dishani Samarasena, who will sing this wonderful song, You Raise Me Up.
When I'm down and oh my soul so weary, when troubles come and my heart burden bear, then I am still and wait here in the silence until you come and sing was no life without its hunger. Each restless heart, its only perfect dream. But when you come, and I am filled with wonder, sometimes I think I visit eternity. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I'm on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can take. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I'm on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I'm on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up to more than I can be.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Japamali and Dishani. And let's give a round of applause for those fantastic dancers as well. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to move on to a song from yet another musical. Now, we've done a few musicals already tonight. We've done My Fair Lady. We have gone to Sound of Music, Singing Nun. And now we're going to Mary Poppins. Now, this is a very famous song and something that mothers of those days used to take advice from, because I remember when I was a kid, when I was taking my medicine, after the medicine, my mom would give me some sugar to, they say that is to help the pills take effect. Later on, once I saw this Mary Poppins film, did I realize she was copying Mary Poppins without me knowing it. And then I was like, Amma, you copied Mary Poppins. Can you do the magic as well? She couldn't. But anyway, there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Sharmila Junaid, who has come all the way from Qatar just for this concert. And she's going to entertain us with this solo, A Spoonful of Sugar. Now joining her is her daughter as well, along with 3 other little kiddies, little daughters of former pupils. Let's give them a big round of applause as they perform A Spoonful of Sugar.
And every job that must be done, there is an element of fun. You find the fun and snaps the job's a game. And every task you undertake becomes a piece of cake. A lark, a spree, it's very clear to see. For a spoonful of
sugar, have some medicine, go down in the most delightful way. The robin feathering his nest has very little time to rest, while gathering his bits of twine and string. Though quite intent to his pursuit, to has a merry tune to toot. He knows the song where moves the trouble along. For a spoonful of sugar, have some medicine, go down, the medicine, go down, the medicine, go down. Just a spoonful of sugar, have some medicine, go down in the most delightful way. The honeybees affection nectar from the flowers to the comb, never tired of an every buzzing pro, because they take a little nip from every summer they slip. Their hands, they fly, their task is not a grind. For a spoonful of sugar, have some medicine, go down, the medicine, go down, the medicine, go down. Just a spoonful of sugar, have some medicine, go down in the most delightful way.
All right, what an adorable little performance that was, ladies and gentlemen. So now, we've gotten to know a few people who are here with us. We have our distinguished audience, all of you who are here. But we know very little. We talked about some of them, but we know very little about who or what these choristers have done and why they're here and who they are all, or what they're all about. So, ladies and gentlemen, to give you a brief description of these of the choir and the members of the choir, it is my pleasure now to invite to the podium Dilshani Samarasena. A round of applause for Dilshani, ladies and gentlemen. Yes.
All the singers on stage today have been former students of the school. Among them are academics, professionals, mothers, grandmothers, and housewives. They are proud of themselves. Most of the songs they sing today are the ones they sang as young, bubbly, mischievous young ones in school. They are not singing an operatic style or for a competition, but for a good cause and the joy of singing. Among the performers today, except for the present students and guest performer, all are proud former products of the school.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, now let us move on with our next item. Now, this is a song from yet another musical called Aspects of Love. Now, the lyrics for this song is written by Charles Hart and Don Black, and it'll be sung now by Srima Vadasinghe, one of the Vadasinghe sisters, and she'll be joined by the choir. We'll also have Japamali Ranasinghe playing at the piano. This song, ladies and gentlemen, is talking about love and how that changes absolutely everything. When you're in love, the world is just a little bit brighter, just a little bit better. Now, that song will be followed by something unusual. So not just a singing and playing. This is, they call this body sounds to music. And this will be presented by the choir and a group of students who are still in school in Girls High School, Mount Lavinia. So ladies and gentlemen, first, let's see how love changes everything.
Love, love changes everything. Hands and faces, earth and sky. Love changes everything. How you live and how you die. Love can make the summer fly, or a night seem like a lifetime. Yes, love changes everything. Now I tremble at your name. Nothing in the world will ever be the same. Love changes everything. Days are longer, words mean more. Love changes everything. Pain is deeper than before. Love will turn the world around, and that world will last forever. Yes, love changes everything. Brings you glory, brings you shame. Nothing in the world will ever be the same. Oh, into the world we go, planning futures, shaping years. Love burst in and suddenly all our wisdom disappears. Love makes fools of everyone. All the rules we make are broken. Yes, love changes everything. Live or perish in His flame. Love will never, never let you be the same. Love will never, never let you be the same. Earth and sky.
That was something, like I said, a little unusual body sounds to the music. Now, if you're wondering what happened, don't worry, she's okay. Let's give her a round of applause because she's a real trooper. She's back there. She wants to come back on stage and perform. So everything is all right. But in the world of show business, the show must go on. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go on now. A few students of Girls High School Mount Lavinia, present students, will entertain you with a song, Open Up Your Heart and Let the Sunshine In, along with an English country dance, Sir Roger de Coverley. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give them a big round of applause.
Mother told me something a little girl should know. It's all about the devil, and I've learned to hate him so. She said he causes trouble when you let him in the room. He will never ever leave you if your heart is filled with good. So let the sun shine in, face it with the grin. Smile us never lose, and frown us never win. So let the sun shine in, face it with the grin. Open up your heart and let the sun shine in. When you are unhappy, the devil wears a grin, but oh, he starts to running when the lights come pouring in. I know he'll be unhappy, 'cause I'll never wear a frown. Maybe if we keep on smiling, he'll get tired of hanging round. So let the sun shine in, face it with the grin. Smile us never lose, and frown us never win. So let the sun shine in, face it with the grin. Open up your heart and let the sun shine in.
Try to speak. Almost gagged myself there, right? Ladies and gentlemen, that was the Sir Roger de Coverley dance. And now we're going to another set of songs, and these are going to be a few songs played back to back. හැබැයි දැන් අපි ඉංග්‍රීසි ගීත වලට මෙච්චරලා සවන් දුන්නා. අපි දැන් සවන් දෙන්න යන්නේ සිංහල ගීත කීපයකට. මේ ලස්සන සින්දු ටික අපි පොඩි කාලේ ඉඳන්ම අහලා ඉතාමත් ආදරය කරන සින්දු වර්ගයක්. හැබැයි මේ ගීතවල තව පොඩි දෙයක්ත් තියෙනවා. මෙතන ස්පෙෂල් ඇක්ට් එකකුත් යනවා එක සින්දුවකට. And I have to tell you folks, there is a person backstage ready, and she bears a amazing resemblance to a very famous character that you will see soon. So ladies and gentlemen, we have members of the choir performing these beautiful singular songs that we know from from the days back as well. And on piano will be, on electrical keyboard will be Prasadiga Fernando, and on violin, Chandima Hansamali and Shavera Fonseca. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give them a big round of applause as they sing these wonderful singular songs. කාලේ දැන් ආදරය කරන ගීත වර්ගයක් ගායනා කරා බොහොම ලස්සනට ගායනා කරා ඒ විතරක් නෙවෙයි විජේ කුමාරතුංගත් කොහොමද ඇවිල්ලා කියලා දැක්කද කොටිම කියනවා නම් මේ ඒ චරිතය ඒ විදිහටම නිරූපණය කරා කොටිම කියනවා නම් මේ බෑක් ස්ටේජ් පිටිපස්සේ අර කියු කරනකොට මයික් අර වෝකි ටෝකින් කියන්නේ මේ විජේ කුමාරතුංග ලෑස්තිද කියලා තමයි අහුවේ මට හොයාගන්න බැරුණා විජේ කුමාරතුංගද එල්විස් ප්‍රෙස්ලි කියලා හොයාගන්න බැරුණා ඉස්සෙල්ලා but finally I figured out when obviously Gaganthar is going it's Vijay Kumar but that was not Vijay that was Tamara let's give Tamara a big round of applause right what an amazing performance if you noticed she was also Henry when we did the Hole in the Bucket song she played Henry as well so yeah we have multi-talented people performing in this concert tonight ladies and gentlemen but I have a surprise for all of you. That'll come later, but I'm going to give you a small hint. This is a musical concert. So you would expect singing, dancing, music, instruments, all this stuff. But we have something very special coming up from a former student, something that you probably might not even guess unless you saw the itinerary. Itinerary da katti kisida kiyanne panit katte node. Danne nathuwa danne naha wage inna. Right? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, right now, we're going to another musical. Yes, so this is a musical night, and we're singing songs from famous musicals that have stood the test of time and are always classics. So we went from Sound of Music, My Fair Lady, The Singing Nun. What else? We had one more. Mary Poppins. Paying attention, very good. Very good. Very nice. And now we're going to a song from a musical called Oklahoma. But there is a state called Oklahoma in the US. That is what this musical is based on, Oklahoma. And this song is called Oh, What a Beautiful Morning. And this will be sung by none other than the Vada Singer sisters, Shrima, Vasana and Shamari. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give them a big round of applause. Because one of these girls okay. Slight change of plans. You see, if you remember what happened at an earlier song, one of these Vada Singer sister Shrima took a bit of a fall. She was okay. She was ready to perform for you right now. I think she deserves another round of applause because she came right up and she was ready to perform right now this song for all of you. But we're going to give her a little bit more time to properly recover so she can do justice for this song and come and perform with her sisters. So we're going to change this up. We're going to bring the next song up once. Like I said, that's showbiz. The show must go on. Now, this one is from yet another musical called Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat. Now, this is a song that I loved. I'm sure a lot of people loved when you were kids or when you heard the song. It's such an amazing song. This will be performed by the choir. And on piano will be none other than great Mrs. Priyani Fernando. And the song is Any Dream Will Do. Let's give the choir a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
the dream is too. The world and I are still waiting, still hesitating. Any dream will do. A crash of drums, a flash of light, my golden coat flew out of sight. The colors faded into darkness. I was left alone. May I return to the beginning. A light is beaming, and the dream is too. The world and we are still waiting, still hesitating. Any dream will do. Any dream will do. Any dream will do. Any dream will do. Any dream will do.
Ladies and gentlemen, Any Dream Will Do, an amazing song from Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat. Now, අපි යනවා අර මම කියපු surprise අංගයකට. දැන් මේ curtain එක අපි close කරනවා. We are doing this because we are going to get ready for our next performance, our next act. Now, like I said, this is a musical concert, but this has nothing to do with song, dance, or music. I mean, it kind of does. There'll be some background music played. But, ladies and gentlemen, this is something you would probably never expect at a musical show. This is a one-of-a-kind magic show. And they are preparing everything backstage right now. So, I have to tell you something about this amazing magician who is actually an old student of Girls High School, Mount Lavinia. So, she is a winner of the King Claude TV show at the age of 8. They've written the year here. I won't say what year it is. And she's also the winner of the Magician of the Year title in 1998. Ladies and gentlemen, she is an amazing magician. They're getting ready. And she'll also be performing with the help of her 2 children. They'll be assisting her. They'll be the magician's assistants. So if you want to know how things are done, you can't ask them, because they are sworn by the magician's code not to reveal any of their magician's secrets. So, ladies and gentlemen, as soon as they're ready, we'll go ahead. Please welcome on stage our wonderful magician for the night, Shanika Dimel Vijayaratna. Alrighty. I was hoping the magician would magically make me appear in front of the podium as soon as the curtains closed. She didn't want to do that. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's give her another round of applause. I'm sure you enjoyed that. Now, we're going back to our usual song list. So we heard English songs, we heard Sinhala songs. You will never guess what country or what language of song we're going to go for next. Any guesses? Hindi? Close. I mean, not close. මේගොල්ලෝ අයිටර් එක බලලා නේද? අයිටර් එක බලලා නේද ඔය කියන්නේ? බොරු කියන්න බෑ මට පේනවා. Okay, close, but someone said it. It is a German song. So, well done. Keep it well done. So, this is a German song, like I said. It's called Die Lorelei. Now, there's an interesting story behind this song. See, Die Lorelei is based on a legend, an old German legend, where it talks of a mermaid, a wonderful, beautiful mermaid, who used to seduce and lure sailors in and then kill them. Yeah. So it's about a mermaid who lures, enchants seamen, sailors to their death. But it's not, the song itself is not as bad. It's a more of a romantic spin on the song. So we have performing the Lorelei, and you'll see one of our favorite actors also coming back on stage. Let's give them a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening, everybody. I would like to just give some words about this song. First of all, this is a song requested by my beloved music teacher that she told me, Arosha, I have played this song 50 years ago, I don't know, long time ago, and she explained to me that she played this on the grand piano, and she requested, can you sing this song, the solo? She has given me some challenges, so I thought I couldn't say no. This song is about the love for the River Rhine and a German romanticism. The script describes a beautiful young lady called Lorelei, sitting on the cliff above the River Rhine, embracing the nature, the scenic beauty. She's combing her golden hair, dressed up in her golden attire, unwittingly distracting the seamen with her beauty and her wondrous voice. The seamen, they crash on the rocks with their distraction with the beautiful Lorelei. The seamen are in their wildest desires. This is a German folk song, and it's all about romance, and let's enjoy this song. Ich weiß nicht, was soll es bedeuten, dass ich so traurig bin.
Ladies and gentlemen, give another round of applause for Arosha Rosenberger de Silva, who came all the way here from Germany to perform just for all of you today at the Highlands Centennial Musical Concert to pay tribute to her alma mater. And now assisting her, you must have seen Vijay Kumar coming back as a sailor this time. So that was Tamara de Silva joined by Chandima Pereira. Let's give them a round of applause as well. Right. Now, when I asked before, someone said the Hindi song is coming now, so don't worry. So everybody's ready backstage with nice, very Bollywood-looking costumes. So we are going to hear a song. I think oh my gosh, my Hindi pronunciation is not that great. So this is Bachpan Ki Mohabbat Ko. Is that right? I hope so. I'm sure there are a few ladies here who speak Hindi. Thank you. If I said that right, can I get a round of applause? Yay! Thank you. Bachpan Ki Mohabbat Ko. And so this will be sung by the choir, and on the harmonium, the sarpina, we have Miss Ramani Pereira, and on the tabla we have Miss Suni Fernando, and on the violin, Chandima Hansamali and Shavera Fonseca. Let's give everybody a big round of applause as they perform this song.
बचपन की मोहब्बत को दिल से न जुदा करना जब याद मेरी आए मिलने की दुआ करना बचपन की मोहब्बत को दिल से न जुदा करना जब याद मेरी आए मिलने की दुआ करना
बहुत अच्छा लगता है. Thank you. I had to Google that. But ඔක්කොම වැඩි ඒ සින්දු විතර ලස්සන ඒ සින්දු ලස්සන කිව්ව ඔක්කොම වැඩි. But very good. So beautiful, so elegant, just looking like a wow. They were really looking good though, and they sang it beautifully. It was good. It was very nice. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go back to what I was saying. We have the Vada Singer sisters ready to come back on stage. And they're back to sing this beautiful song from Oklahoma, the classic musical, the song called Oh, What a Beautiful Morning. And she's back. Shrima is back to entertain you all after taking that hill, the little fall. But she's ready to perform for you. So let's give Shrima, Vasana, and Shamari, Vada Singer, a big round of applause as they perform once again, the Vada Singer sisters.
There's a bright golden haze on the meadow. There's a bright golden haze on the meadow. The corn is as high as an elephant's eye, and it looks like it's climbing way up to the sky. Oh, what a beautiful morning! Oh, what a beautiful day! I got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way. All the cattle are standing like statues. All the cattle are standing like statues. They don't turn their heads as they see me ride by. But a little brown maverick is winking her eye. Oh, what a beautiful morning! Oh, what a beautiful day! I've got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way. All the sounds of the earth are like music. All the sounds of the earth are like music. The breeze is so busy, it don't miss a tree. And an old weeping wailer is laughing at me. Oh, what a beautiful morning! Oh, what a beautiful day! I got a beautiful
are the Singer Sisters. Simply amazing. Alrighty, now we're going to another beautiful song. Applause is still going backstage. Now we're going to our next song, which is from, once again, one of the musicals that we've already heard, The Sound of Music. And this one is the one where they do with puppets in the movie, The Lonely Goatherd. But sadly, we couldn't find the puppets to bring them here. So the choir will be the puppets for this song. Ladies and gentlemen, please, once again, give a big round of applause for our choir as they sing The Lonely Goatherd and yodel to the song.
Lonely goatherd, lay, hip-hoo. Loud was the voice of the lonely goatherd, lay, low. Folks in the town that was quite remote, lay, hip-hoo. Last year clear from the goatherd's daughter, lay, low. Oh, lay, oh, oh, lay, Prince on the bridge of the castle moated, lay, hip-hoo. Men on the road in the load to total, lay, low. The music, the busy of the toggle total, lay, hip-hoo. Men drinking beer with the form of floating, lay, low. Oh, lay, oh, lay, oh, lay, oh, a little girl in a pale pink cotton, lay, hip-hoo. She on the back to the lonely goatherd, lay, low. Soon a mama with the gleaming gluten, lay, hip-hoo. What to do what for a girl and goatherd, lay, low. Oh, the lady, 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 oh, the low.
I was hoping that some of the audience members would also go yodelay, but that's okay. If you could have sung along had you wanted to. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we're almost at the end. Now, this is a very special song. This is a song sung in prayer, in a prayer that let there be peace on earth. And once again, this will be sung by the choir. Ladies and gentlemen, let's once again give them a round of applause.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be with us.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that song has a great message. If you want to change the world, you should always start with yourself. And that will hopefully have a ripple effect and change the world for the better. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to call Ms. Nisha Ghaffar to deliver the vote of thanks.
Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The principal, teachers, distinguished guests, students past and present, sponsors, friends and families. On behalf of the choir, former students, I offer my sincere thanks to you all for being here today. We hope you enjoy the music and song this evening. Our chief guest, Dr. Maya Abevikrama, our guest of honor, Mrs. Romola Sivasundaram, and distinguished alumni present here today, you make us proud to be counted amongst you. To the principal, Mrs. Rajita Vitanage, we thank you for making available the school hall whenever we needed it for practices, for your kind and enthusiastic cooperation from the very inception of this project. To all the teachers present here today for your dedicated service toward raising the educational standard of our school and for knowledge imparted to generations of students over the years, we offer our sincere gratitude. To our main sponsor, the Colony Group, for coming forward as our gold sponsor from the very inception of this project, thereby giving us the assurance and encouragement to proceed confidently. To our electronic media sponsor, the Derana Group of Companies, and to our press media sponsors, the Sunday Morning, Sati Agaruna and Dharani. Thank you for your invaluable publicity and for coming on board with our show. Students, past and present, and friends who are here today, thank you for your love, enthusiasm, and support. To Ms. Moira Dias, captain of our ship, we appreciate your limitless energy, positivity, and foresight. Thank you for your hard work and unfailing enthusiasm all along this lovely journey. To our families, words cannot express our gratitude for patience, tolerance, and support. To our beloved teacher of music, our heartfelt gratitude for initiating this project to provide a piano and musical instruments to establish a music room for our school. We admire and applaud your selfless commitment, joyful enthusiasm, and unwavering dedication, contribution towards the improvement of the knowledge of music and the enhancement of lives of this present generation of students who do not have the facilities we were privileged to have. Thank you, Miss, for who you are and to us now. As in our childhood, a wonderful teacher, a kind mentor, and wise counselor. We love you then and we love you now. We take this opportunity to thank you for sharing your wide knowledge of music with generations of girls in our little corner of the world at Girls High School, Mount Lavinia. You have helped to enrich our lives and enhance to our knowledge beyond the realms of books, examination, and careers. We wish you peace, love, good health, and much joy. We thank our event manager, Ms. Inakshi Vetasinghe, and the technical crew and staff of Bishop's College Auditorium. Thank you, Mrs. Nilanthia Ponsu, for organizing the refreshments. A special thank you to Arosha Rosenberger de Silva for her sponsorship of the shoes for the chorister. Finally, a special thank you to the choreographers Michelle Mortier and Piyumi Vasana for adding more color to our event. I shall conclude this vote of thanks with the word of Plato. Music gives soul to the universe, wings to mind, flight to the imagination, and life to everything. Thank you all for being here with us today, and we wish you a good night. Just a minute.
Thank you, Nisha. And now, Nisha will come to the center of the stage. We might need some lights on the stage as well, please, because we have a very special presentation. It's a bit of a surprise. I'd like to call Manilka also to join on stage for this, to come in front. It's coming. It's on the way. It's almost here. Almost. Right. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is a very special token of appreciation for the captain of the ship from the entire choir, from the organizing committee, Moira Buljans. Let's call Moira forward. She is indeed at the helm of this little ship, this little journey, taking everything forward. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now, almost at the end, almost there. You've heard at this musical concert for the Highlands Centennial, 100 years for the Girls' High School, Mount Lavinia, 1924 to 2024. And you've heard lots of amazing songs from famous classic musicals. And we've seen a magic show. We've seen some instrumentals. And we have come almost to the end of this show. So now I would like to ask everyone to rise from your seats and join in for the school anthem. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Now don't go away. We have to finish this in style. So, ladies and gentlemen, the choir is now ready to sing you a very, let's say, apt song for the final song. We hope you enjoyed yourselves. We hoped you enjoyed it as much as they enjoyed performing it for you, ladies and gentlemen. And winding up, we have this very wonderful song, something very special from The Sound of Music, like the One Trap family singers once sang. So long, farewell. Once again, please give a round of applause for our choristers. Ladies and gentlemen, if you were also picturing the One Trap family in that house singing So Long, Farewell, You're Not Alone. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a thundering round of applause for the amazing choir and all our performers today. Here they are once again, ladies and gentlemen. We have the little children, Denali, Rinuki, Tashara, and Safia, who performed for Spoonful of Sugar. Clap along, yes! Then we have the present students who performed the dance.
it has been her dream to re-establish a music room to the school. Yeah, all right. So it has been a dream to re-establish a music room to the school, and they've done it together on instruments. So, principal, as a call out to you, they would like to see if we can give them a room soon so they can re-establish this music room and do more and better things, bigger and better things like this. Right, ladies and gentlemen, now before we go, we have a very special presentation for none other than Mrs. Brianna Fernando. First, I'd like to invite the batch of 1991. The girls of batch of 1991 who donated towards the piano. They have a very special presentation to give Miss Fernando as well. Maybe Jake Kumar took it. Such a change, can't recognize it. So this token of appreciation to Mrs. Brianna Fernando is from batch of 1991, who also donated towards the piano. And next, ladies and gentlemen, we have another special presentation by the choristers. So this is from all the members of the choir and the performers, from all of them to you, Miss. And this is presented by Mara Bullen, captain of the ship, to the person who is navigating the guiding lights, the Northern Star. And next, I call the committee of the All Girls Association to give her, they also have a special token of appreciation for her. Once again, the committee of the All Girls Association, let's have you on stage to give your token of appreciation to Miss Brianna Fernando as well. This is presented by the secretary of the And next, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to invite the executive committee of the All Girls Association to also come on stage and present their token of appreciation as well. So this next token of appreciation, this plaque, this memento, is for Mrs. Brianna Fernando from the executive committee of the All Girls Association. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, this particular lady has helped this concert in many, many ways. Even today backstage, she was such an amazing person. Ladies and gentlemen, our choreographer, Michelle Montier from Antonio's Dance Circle. After the photograph. I went too soon there, kind of jumped the gun. All right, now Michelle, where are you, Michelle? Come to the front. Ladies and gentlemen, you have no idea the amount of work she did from backstage. She was directing everybody, making sure they were ready, and the next item was ready. She was also the choreographer for this concert. Michelle Motier from Antonio's Dance Circle. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, that is our show, the Highlands Centennial Musical Concert. Now, a few things before you go. A cycle parade will be held on the 18th of February, starting from school. Everybody here is welcome. We'll be celebrating the 100 years on the 24th of Feb at the school grounds with live music and entertainment. And of course, the t-shirts will be available with the OGA from the 31st of January, right? Ladies and gentlemen, that's it. We hope you enjoyed the show. Let's give them another big round of applause. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, go home safe, and we all bid you adieu and good night. We have one more token of appreciation. Sorry. I was just told we have a special token from Miss Lavinia Fernando. Miss Lavinia Fernando to Mrs. Brianna Fernando as well.